Most people see their limitations as barriers rather than boundaries to be tested. They assume they can only go so far, physically, mentally, emotionally, creatively, and never actually push hard enough to discover how far they could go. Everyone experiences struggle and discomfort when doing hard work. But for some people, a certain kind of hard work feels less painful, less draining, or even energizing. That's the clue. That's your edge. It still requires effort, but it doesn't feel like suffering. Everyone slips up. You miss a workout, eat junk food, skip journaling, lose your temper once. That's life. But the danger is not the one-off mistake. The real threat is allowing one mistake to become 2, then 10, then a lifestyle. If you really wanted it, you'd do it. You just need more motivation. No excuses. But James flips the narrative. Our brains are not wired for motivation. They're wired for conservation. Many people live in preparation mode. They tell themselves, I'll start when things calm down. I'll change when I feel ready. I'll begin when I have more time, energy, clarity. It's almost impossible to change your habits if you don't first change the beliefs that created them. You might have a new plan, but if you're still stuck in the same identity, nothing really changes. When you fall in love with the process instead of the outcome, happiness is no longer something you postpone. You can feel fulfilled every time your system is in motion, even if success shows up differently than you expected. To create lasting improvement, focus on solving problems at the system's level. Fix the inputs, and the outputs will take care of themselves. Complaining about not seeing success despite working hard is like complaining that an ice cube hasn't melted when you've raised the temperature from 25 degrees to 31 degrees. The effort isn't wasted, it's stored. The real change happens at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. A choice that's 1% better or 1% worse may feel insignificant in the moment, but over a lifetime, those small decisions compound into massive differences. Success isn't the result of one big breakthrough. It's the product of daily habits. The greatest threat to success isn't failure. It's boredom. We get bored with habits once the results become predictable. When progress feels ordinary, we sabotage it in search of something new. The ultimate form of intrinsic motivation is when a habit becomes part of your identity. It's one thing to say, I'm the type of person who wants this. It's something very different to say, I'm the type of person who is this. Success doesn't die from failure. It dies from boredom. When habits lose their novelty, we trade consistency for distraction and derail our progress. True motivation comes from identity. Wanting something means you're chasing it. Being someone means you're living it. The more pride you take in a part of your identity, the more motivated you are to maintain the habits tied to it. If you're proud of your hair, you'll care for it daily. If you're proud of your biceps, you'll never skip arm day. If you're proud of your knitting, you'll make time to knit each week. Once pride is involved, habits become personal, and you'll fight to keep them. We protect what we're proud of. That's why pride is a powerful anchor for habit formation. Make your habits part of who you are, and you'll fight to keep them. The purpose of setting goals is to win the game. The purpose of building systems is to keep playing it. True long-term thinking is goalless thinking. It's not about achieving one big milestone. It's about constant refinement and continuous improvement. In the end, your commitment to the process is what determines your progress. Be the architect of your environment, not just a byproduct of it. Most people move through life reacting to what the world gives them. But real power comes from shaping your environment, habits, and attention with intention. Be the designer of your world and not merely the consumer of it. All big things come from small beginnings. Every habit starts as a single tiny decision. But with repetition, it takes root. It grows stronger. Branches spread, roots deepen. Breaking a bad habit is like uprooting a mighty oak. Building a good one is like nurturing a delicate flower, one day at a time. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. James Clear. Goals are good for setting a direction, but systems are best for making progress. James Clear. Focus more on your direction than your current position. Results are temporary snapshots. Trajectory is your future.